of my rock is one of my favorite genres too. Yeah.
Yeah, for the drums and guitar solos, of course.
I just found out about Ginger Baker, man. I'm like so in the dark about that dude. Look up Ginger Baker's videos on YouTube. Yeah, stuff's crazy, man. He did a lot of work with Fela Kuti.
What?
Yeah. Drove a Range Rover across the desert with recording equipment and made a record down there. Yeah. Check that out.
I'm in the dark too.
That's a rock and roll drummer, but then turned to a jazz drummer. Check that out, man. I just saw that last week.
Wow.
I definitely will.
Crazy. Wait, what's the name again?
Ginger Baker.
Ginger Baker?
Yeah. Crazy dude, though. Like, it's like he lived like 4 or 5 musicians' lives all in one go.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, I like shit like that. I'll definitely look into this.
Where'd you see it at? What was it on?
It's on YouTube.
YouTube? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, does anybody in your family play instruments or sing or anything in Wash?
Well, my oldest, my 13-year-old daughter, she's going to be better than me. She plays and writes her own music with them.
That's what's up. You raising her right.
She got me beat. I'm like, man, how the hell?
Keep that money in the house. You just get her started and be like, look, you know you owe me the half on everything.
Hey, man. This is what you...
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
This is what tripped me out about my daughter. She's a straight A honor roll student. And she goes, well, Daddy, I want to show you something. I said, okay, what? You know this group? I said, what are you talking about? It's Nirvana. I said, yeah, I know about Nirvana. Well, I learned how to play one of their songs. I said, what do you mean? I said, how do you know about that? YouTube? I said, oh my God. Okay, so she looked at the video, listened to it, wrote the notes down, memorized the notes, went to the piano, I learned how to play it. I said, how the hell? That's I can't do nothing.
Got you a savant. Yeah.
I said, how do you do it? And she's going to tell me, it was easy, Daddy. I said, yeah, okay.
Right. They learn different.
Right. Yeah.
No, not for me.
They learn different from us.
That's so dope because I wish my kids would pick up something like that, and they just often my little niece is gonna be crazy with it because she's 1 and she's so musically inclined. It's crazy, and like she hears a beat and it has to be old school. You can't play none of this new shit for her. She's like, whatever. She hears the beat going and then she'll start tapping to it and I see it already. She got the rhythm. So I try to put her, I try to, she got the little baby drums and little baby keyboards and shit. But it's many times I put her on the Mpcx and I just let her hit the pads and play because she got it. She definitely got it. But I hate that none of my kids ever did, my youngest is 16, my oldest is 23. And I hate that none of them, took after me a little when it comes to music. So
you need to get
I'm super,
you need to get them Sensonic drums like in Wash.
Yeah.
Little baby.
I'm super hyped. Yeah. I'm super hyped that my niece is into I'm gonna make sure she goes that way. So I'm gonna get her all type of shit.
Get us Sensonic drums. It's 4 pads and it's fun to beat on too. Yeah. That's my first drum machine too, man.
Yeah. So in Wash, who played the piano in your house growing up, man?
My mom did. My mom did.
Okay.
Yeah. She also played by ear.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That was cool. I think I got that. I got that from her. So
cool. Hey man, look, if you say your daughter is rocking better than you got 2 advantages right now. Number 1, you got to get her to make you some loops, and number 2. Get her to show you how to play. That's all it is.
Exactly.
And number 3, sampler.
Yeah, that too. Especially there you go. When she's not looking, leave the quarter in the room.
Yeah, there you go.
just let her play. Just let her play for like 10, 15 minutes. You know how many samples you have, man?
Yeah.
Look what you get with your music. Yeah.
Be that daddy-daughter duo before you know it.
Yeah, I got one.
I was gonna say Bry.
Yeah.
He be having his girl singing over there. She got a voice.
Yeah.
I love when y'all do those little collaborations.
Yeah. She got a great voice.
She's a bitch singing right now and washing the dishes singing.
Yeah. She's got a great voice, man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
So anything else we got? I actually have one more question, me personally. If there was any piece of equipment you want, what would it be?
The MPC studio, because it's small and portable.
Yeah. Okay. I love that studio.
Yeah, I always wanted to get one of those.
And what's dope is you could just plug it into your iPad. You know what I mean? It controls everything pretty much.
Yeah.
That's the one with the battery.
Nah.
This the gray pads, and I think they had the black edition.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most of them are gray though, right?
Yeah, you could get gray ones.
Yeah,
the silver joints.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So wait, they can control an iPad by itself? It has enough brain in it to control the iPad?
Some of the shit, like Beatmaker, you got to map.
Oh, okay, I got you.
But you know, once it's mapped and you save the template, you're good to go. And
there's no repeat work?
Nah.
Ah, dang, that's what I care about, yeah.
Actually, yes, it does. I'm bugging. The only thing that doesn't work is, because I mapped pretty much everything except for what didn't work. See, the pad banks worked. Damn, I don't remember what doesn't work, but it is a couple of things that doesn't work, but it's nothing major. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can everything you can still work with and get the job done.
You're probably on the MPC software. It's just like having a regular MPC.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is. But like when I used to use this, what?
I was actually like, you could can you switch the banks?
You could switch banks.
On Beatmaker 3 with it?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That works. Yeah. There was just one thing I can't remember for the life of me what didn't work, and there was no mapping it. But I know it was something so stupid I could live with. You know what I mean? It's not that serious. But if you have an older iPad, you just get you the camera, the lightning connection kit, and you need a USB power hub for that. But if you have the newer iPad, you don't need that. You could just plug in and go.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I still need a new iPad.
So yeah, I used to use this on my laptop all the time. And then one day I'm like, you know, before I got the new iPad on the older joint, I was like, let me see if I put the USB power hub, will it control things? And when I realized it did, I was like, man, it's a wrap. It's over.
Yeah.
And this is mainly the controller that I use, unless I have the M Audio 69 and I might plug that in and I control with that sometimes. But for mobility, this is nice and small, you know what I mean? So you can pretty much pack this up and go anywhere.
You put an iPad right under it and it protect the screen.
Right. But yeah, I love this studio. I'm probably gonna sell that studio if the X pad that comes out does the job that I need. It's half the size of that. Mm-hmm. So I'm probably not gonna use that, and I'm probably just gonna end up selling it. But I mean, I do love that studio.
Email me if you.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I got you. I actually had my boy had a few. He had like 5 of them shits I was selling for him a few years ago, last year or so, and he was selling them at a good price. But they went down in price now too because of all these new joints coming out. You know, the X and the Live came out, now the Once and that. But yeah, I'll definitely hit you up. I'll definitely.
Y'all mess with the MPC Fly?
That's the one.
You ever talk about that? The iPad one.
What's his name used that? Ice Cold Beats.
Ain't that with the original pin though?
Yeah, it's for the first iPad, right? And it folds up. It was like pads, and then you open it up, and the iPad's at the top, and that's the whole screen, and then you had the pads at the bottom.
That was the red and the silver joint. We covered that.
It's the first one. The first one that they ever came with, like the first iOS MPC.
I was gonna get it, but I heard a lot of bad reviews on it, so I was like, nah, I'm not gonna get it. But it looks dope as shit. Yeah.
It's like when it came out, the software came out too, right? The regular MPC, I guess like the first version of it. And then when you beat it on the phone, is on the iPad, it's like, okay, I don't even need the pads. I can do it, you know, unless you need like velocity. I was doing full levels anyway.
Oh,
yeah. But all right, does anyone have any other questions for Mwash? We got anything else?
Unless he has questions for us.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, you got anything you want to ask us?
Yeah, as far as the interfaces go, when you connect it to your iPad, what is the best ones to use to get the best type of sound quality?
Cheese?
Oh shit! I don't sound quality. I'll be honest with you. Look, I got an interface right now I'm about to sell, and I'm not trying to sell it to you. I'm just saying, like, but
Right.
I only thing I've ever used my iPad was Tascam joints. And people, I mean, I've been using Tascam for like 20 years. You know what I mean? Because they made my first 4-track. You know what I'm saying? So. Like, so I just been fucking with them, but like, you just need something that's core that's core compliant. And you want to make it that like don't like go bottom of the barrel, but don't like break the bank either. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
There's gonna be a difference that you personally are not going to hear. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like, you know, but like definitely do your research. Like, Bri could actually probably give you like way more like technical stuff than I could, but like, you know, all I can tell you is make sure it's core compliant. And you want it to be like 24-bit and 48. What's it? 24. It's 24, 48. Yeah. So 24-bit and 48. What's that? Megahertz, kilohertz.
48K sample rate.
48K. Yeah. Sample rate. So.
Well, quickly before Bri jumps in, because he's in a spaceship of equipment over there, I'm just gonna say, I have they don't make them anymore, but you can get them. The Novation Audio Hub is really good for iPads. And even if you just don't sleep on Behringer out there, the mixers and interfaces, because I also have a couple of those, and it's not USB. I hook that shit through the aux, and I get some crazy sound out of that. So don't sleep on those either. But it's like Cheese said, you just got to really research. And go ahead, Bri, with your spaceship over there.
I'll make it quick though. I mean, it's a good question. I have an answer for it. But look, so the good news is, so for iOS interfaces, you're starting to get some pretty good, decent quality around $100 for like 150. I bet you that Novation, it sounds good, and I know that Tascam sounds good. I'm using most of the time. I use PreSonus Audio Box, like the Audio Box i1. That was like maybe $100 or $150. But as long as you're not recording, at one point we were doing stuff through the little TRSS plug that plugs right into the headphone jack. That stuff is pretty crappy audio. But if you're using like the stuff that goes in through the like actual connection of the iPad, most of that stuff is totally usable on a mix down. Like on a pro mix, if I was taking it, took the wave file to as long as it's normalized to like a decent level, take that same wave file into a session, nobody's gonna know what it's made on. Mm-hmm. So it's like, as long as you have a decent interface, like 150 and up, 24-bit, I go 24-bit, 44.1 personally, but if I'm doing video stuff, it's 48K. The iPad can go 88 too. It can go high res, so just a regular basic interface is good. The SSL too does iPad. I know that brand new Apollo does iPad too if you want to go high end.
Yeah, I was gonna get that SSL 2 Plus. I was waiting on the Plus because it has the double. But
and the MIDI too, MIDI in and out.
Right, but I don't know now. I don't think so.
Because that new mixer you got. No, you don't need to. See, the thing is, you can only connect to one interface at a time, really. That's one thing about all iOS. They only want one audio in and out master. You can't have one be the in and something else be the out, like something. Like iOS is like pretty strict on how it wants to route that stuff.
Yeah,
that's all right. Because somebody like me, because I got like I got little portable interfaces, little $30 Behringer joint. You know what I mean? So like. What I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be taking, like, say I have like something on like Core Gadget on my phone, right? Able to link that up with the iPad and then have that running through that interface, coming out like audio.
Right, I was thinking of that.
You know what I mean? And like I got like a little like a DJ mixer here that I run it through that and that'll like just crap it up a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to like dirty the sound up. You know what I mean? That's really it, So
look, I got a $25 one I got from Amazon, right? A $25 like super cheapo, like no name, from overseas type. It's just like a USB one. I put it on the CCK and it's just like a 1/8-inch headphone and like an 1/8-inch microphone in it. But like I don't have any audio out on my iPhone, right? So that little sound card, I use that just for headphones. If I'm making a beat, you just want, like, you can use something super cheap just to hear what you're doing, as long as you're not mad about it. Then later on, plug into a good interface and record it. You know what I'm saying? You can have one good interface at the house, and then any place use those dirt cheap ones. I mean, everything got a purpose. You know what I'm saying? Just use them for the right job, and you'll be just fine.
Yeah. That's how, yeah, because I mean, it's mad interfaces out there. Like, don't get caught up in the hype when they say, "Oh, this is made just for the iPad." Da, 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 da.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like
Because
I see that, and stars go off on the back.
I be trying everything I got.
They be catching me like that too. I'm not gonna lie, but then I be like, well, I mean, like the interface, like the interface that I'm selling. Like, I was using that with my computer for like 4 years, you know what I mean? Like, and one day I just said, hey, I wonder if this works on my iPad, and plugged it in, and it's been on ever since, you know what I mean? Like, like what I do say is with your setup, get you 2 camera connection kits, leave one in your setup at home. So like when as soon as you come in, you can just put your iPad down, boom, plug right in, bam. And you ready to rock and roll, you know what I'm saying? And the other one you keep with you, like if you got a controller or something that you use, or if you trying to plug a whatever into your iPad, you know what I mean? Or you just have a second one just because, you know, just to have a spare one. But like that's really like, because that's how I have my joint set up. Like when I had the computer and the iPad, like I would like have it so like I just pull the plug right out the computer from the interface, plug that right into the camera connection kit, and actually I got, matter of fact, not even like that. The everything is plugged into a USB hub, and the USB hub is plugged into the camera connection kit. And make sure your USB hub is powered, so that way you don't have to worry about nothing that's going you know, that's gonna be like, oh, this requires too much power, da 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 da. Like, and you good money, you good to go, because now you can plug hard drives into your iPad, all of that. You know what I'm saying? So like the same USB hub that I got, I would have plugged into my iPad, and then pull that, and then and plug it into my computer. But with the computer, you gotta eject all the drives and stuff like that. With the iPad, I mean, just make sure you're not transferring no file when you pull a plug. You know what I mean? It's kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. It's scary. Just yanking. You're like, oh god, like, is my hard drive gonna live? But they do. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you be good to go, man. Like it's basically a computer, man. Like So yeah.
Word. They pretty much especially with the new update, the OS shit. Like I don't even need my computer for anything anymore. The JavaScript is a little sketchy still, but.
Yeah.
Even
that.
Go
away anyway.
You said what, bro?
That's about to go away anyway. I think Chrome's gonna stop running that at the end of 2020. They're gonna kill Java.
Java.
Yeah.
Java.
Java, right? Good.
Yeah.
Okay, one more question for you guys. In regards to mixing with headphones, studio headphones versus other types of headphones. I have MsLeD's headphones. I know it's a little cheesy, not supposed to be using whatnot, but with studio headphones, the sounds are totally different. Why is that when it comes to when you make beats with that?
Well, the Beats headphones are they not like, you want your headphones to be flat. They have a flat a frequency response. Like if you could look up a headphone frequency response, and you'll see like it'll basically have like an EQ thing, and you'll see that like beats are heavy on the bass. You know what I mean? So like beats make everything sound wonderful. You know what I mean? Headphones in general makes everything sound wonderful. So you really shouldn't
mix on headphones. Yeah.
But
I always do a double mix, because sometimes in the area and the environment you're in, you have to put headphones on sometimes. But what I do is I always notice such a big difference. So I just stick to the speakers, the monitors I have. But if I'm doing something quick in headphones, you always got to do that test on decent speakers. Like always, because it'll be such a difference. Sometimes you're like, damn. Like them headphones were messing me up. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Or vice versa. They sound great in headphones, and then you plug it into the system. It's like, oh.
Well, if you want it to sound great on the system, on the speakers.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's your goal. You don't want it to sound great in the headphones more so than the speakers.
Right.
I do the car test a lot.
Car test.
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
If I do headphones, I have to hear in the car. Yeah.
Yep.
But you can do the car if you're like out and about. That's something that's like easy.
Yeah, and take notes. You know what I mean? Tell like, and when you like think about everything that you hear, like you know, and how can you describe it, and then just try to look up tutorials on YouTube to see how to like get rid of those things. You know what I'm saying? Like
a lot of times,
a lot of times it'd be something real small that you don't know that you don't know that you don't know. You know what I mean? Like like I know for years like all my mixes would be like super muddy, and what I didn't realize was that like you need to like make space for the bass as opposed to like turning the bass all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then even with the bass, you got to cut a little bit of bass out of it because they're like frequencies that kind of like get all like clouded up in the bottom of your mix. Like I still fight with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, so
get a spectrum analyzer, man, or see if you can find one on like the app that you're using, and see if you can like listen to some music.
What you call it? Got one.
Pro Q too.
Basically, Pro Filter, you have it, right? But the best way to use it is like listen to some stuff that you like through it, right? And look at how it behaves.
Yeah.
So like you're not mixing with your eyes, but you're kind of like trying to use your eyes as a reference to fill in the blanks for what your ears aren't hearing in the headphones.
Yeah.
So like look at the low end, you'll see like on Pro records, it's going to start falling off around like 18 to 20. So if you have stuff in your low end that's extended, or if it's too much, you'll know you're out of the range, and headphones might not tell you.
Yeah. I'm in this sound. Beatmakeristhesquad.
Yeah. Well, that's what. So
shout out
back
to
in the day, we had to like go buy one though. You had to go buy a spectrum analyzer and plug it up, put it into the rack, plug it into the chain, and make sure it's calibrated right and all that. But like now, every app got one in it. You know, like able to. You just on the EQ, you just click the little button, and everybody knows it since it's so helpful right being there. Click the little button, and then it takes computer power though because it's reading every single second, and it's giving you a frequency readout. But if you have something that's halfway decent, see what it's doing, and then you can mix kind of like, okay, well, West Coast bass goes to like +2 here, and East Coast is like +1. So I'm gonna do this one like +1 because I want to try to make this mix like this. You know what I mean? Just a splitting hairs, but at the same time, like that's your kind of like it's like scientific tools for like how you can do all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And not trying to be funny, Wash, but Bry got a course out right now that's awesome, and you could pick up a lot of things if you take his course. It's crazy.
Okay. I'm about to add a lot more iOS stuff too.
So you should link up with him about that. It's a great course for little detailed stuff like this.
No problem. Just send me information.
Yeah, man.
Word. So, anything else you want to ask?
No, I think that's about it. That's it. Okay.
This was so dope that you asked these questions.
Yeah, because I learned some stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's dope. Yeah.
No, this is good info.
Shit.
Yeah. That's why I'm sitting here mad quiet. I'm sitting here taking middle notes too, like, oh, okay.
Because
for real.
Because I'm saying, like I'm saying, like you say you don't know what you don't know, and Brian's sitting there peeped me to something that I didn't know that I didn't even know. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? So like,
yeah. What's funny is like I'm gonna do that too, though. So like I've been doing this like this is like my third or fourth reinvention. You know what I'm saying? Like I might have done that like one time ago, and I remembered it enough to say it, but I'm not doing it. I'm like, yo, I'm about to do it too.
Hey, that's absolutely right.
That's the beauty of it.
What's up. Yeah, right about that, man. Because YouTube don't talk back.
Sure, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It don't talk back, you know.
All right. Well, we appreciate you joining the contest, watching, coming on the podcast. We appreciate it so much. I think this will wrap it up.
And to your beat tape too, man. Looking forward for that too, man.
Word.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen out too.
Yeah, man.
Thank you guys. I appreciate your time. Thank you. Appreciate it.
No doubt. Right. We appreciate you. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Peace.
Peace, bro.
All right, we're going to end it out like this. All the links are in the comments. All the links, all the socials. Peace.